What's up YouTube, it's your boy Kakashi Crypto. This is how it's going down. In this episode we're going to be going over Nexo and about the upgrades that they've done to their platform. Just going to be doing a rundown on it just to give you guys full transparency and keep you up to date with everything. And then we'll be also looking at the price as well.
Defi, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Having money on my mind, I having money in my pocket. Bone marrow roasted, spread it on the rosemary bread, lightly toasted, drizzle with the vinaigrette.
What's up guys? So make sure you check out my Linktree. It's got my Telegram, it's got my affiliate links to Femex, to Nexo, today's video, and this isn't a sponsored video by the way. My Patreon group if you guys are interested, and all the other good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. My passive income sources, risky but they are working and they have been vetted. Also, let me know how high you think the Nexo token will go during this bull run, considering the market cap is around 280 million or so, and its next best competitor Celsius is around 800 million or so. Let me know how high you think the Nexo token will go in this up and coming bull run. Now let's get into the rest of the video. So as you can see here, they've introduced a tier based loyalty scheme in order to sort of differentiate between the different level of Nexo holders. You can see here that as a base holder, with 1% of your portfolio in Nexo tokens, you are paying the highest interest rate. Now I wouldn't really worry about this too much if you're not borrowing. If you are borrowing, then obviously you'd want to get into the high interest rate, but we'll talk about that a bit later. You can see here that the base interest rate is quite good actually. It's 5% standard. For fiat it's 8%, and then for stablecoins it's also 8%, and then you get an additional 2% for each respective category if you choose to be paid out in Nexo tokens. And then you also get a dividend. So the dividend is not going to be much because obviously your portfolio, 1% of your portfolio is in Nexo tokens. Then we have the next tier is silver. You can see that the borrowing rate is a bit less. It's basically 1% less, which it's not much, but obviously with larger amounts of money that comes into effect. And then you get a 0.25 increase on each of the respective categories, and I'm sure your dividend payment would be higher as well, because I believe it's in accordance to, you get paid in accordance to, in proportion to how much Nexo you hold in comparison to other Nexo users. And then the gold tier, this would be now that you have 5 to 10% of your portfolio in Nexo, and you would get 8.9% interest rates for borrowing. And then much like the previous category of silver, you get an additional 0.025 boost in terms of the interest, the savings interest. So for crypto you'd get 5.5, for fiat you get 9%, and then for stablecoins you also get 9%. And then obviously there's the option of the additional 2% if you choose to be paid out in Nexo. And then lastly we have the platinum tier. So this is if you have at least 10% of your portfolio in Nexo, and then this is where you get the dirt cheap interest rates. So you can see how they're slowly progressing into their business model, and I still believe it's very, very early. Ultimately the Nexo price, we'll go over that in a bit, but it's around 50 cents or so. Market cap is around 280 million or in and around that. Don't quote me, you're gonna have to look at it. It may change, it's crypto. But yeah, in the platinum tier, another additional, okay, well this is an additional 0.5% now. So your platinum, your baller, supposedly you're getting 6% on your crypto, and then 10% for fiat, and 10% for stablecoins, and then obviously you have the option of an additional 2%. Now you can play 4D chess here, and you can choose, no matter what tier you're in, you can choose to be paid out in the Nexo token. Obviously this is more helpful if you are holding a large amount of crypto, because I believe in the next year this Nexo bank will be a competitor to crypto.com. It will be a competitor to Celsius, to other crypto banks out there, and this token price will appreciate in value. We've seen that Celsius has gone from, God knows what the market cap was, to nearly 900 million or so. Crypto.com, it had in DeFi summer, it went to a valuation of around 3 billion or so, something ridiculous. And it is a utility token. It has got purpose. It gives you lower interest rates. You're able to earn more interest if you are a higher holder, or if you hold a high proportion of your portfolio in Nexo. And then on top of that, they do have an incentive for you to hold Nexo tokens, and being the buyback scheme, okay, where they buy back at least 12 million of the supply of Nexo tokens, excuse me, and that is vested for a 12-month period. On top of that, you do get dividends. So I mean, yes, holding this coin, like, potentially there could be an opportunity to cost because there could be other plays, etc., etc. That's why personally I prefer to trade it, because you get some nice moves off of Nexo. Okay, just to show you what I mean, if we go to Nexo USD, and this is applicable to all of the pair, or the main pairs I would have got money. So USD, Tether, BTC, or ETH. You can see here that they've pretty much replicated the same pattern. But essentially, if you are... So I recently quit my job because I'm going full-time crypto. But essentially what I'm looking to do is categorize, capitalize off of moves like the following. Now I couldn't capitalize off of this because I was in base, but you know, a 20% move is a 20% move. Whether you have £100 in your portfolio, or you have 1,000, or you have 10,000, a 20% move is a 20% move. Now, if you're able to capitalize off of these, you know, the mini dips that we have, then sell after they've had their little pump, then you can just continuously replicate that process, and you're able to, you know, you don't have to marry the coin. You can potentially put whatever amount of your portfolio needed to earn the maximum yield while you're trading the coin, and you're looking for different coins, etc., etc. And this is applicable for both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. The good thing about Nexo is that it's on the Ethereum blockchain, meaning that you can trade it between, obviously I keep on saying this, but you can trade it between Bitcoin and Ethereum and also Tether. But when I say Bitcoin, I mean wrapped Bitcoin. A pro tip as well is that if you are going to trade this, then use wrapped ETH to minimize on fees. And you can, all you have to do is just sell your Ethereum for wrapped ETH. You pay an initial fee, but then after that, the fee you pay in comparison to the normal Ethereum fee you pay is around half. And that's basically because Ethereum, it wasn't designed on the Ethereum blockchain, so wrapped ETH is like the version of Ethereum on the Ethereum blockchain. Do your research. But yeah, that's just something I thought I'd bring to attention. But you can see here, just in the past like week or so, guys, we've had nice rips. 20% here, from here to here, 30%, 30%. You guys get where I'm going with this, right? 30%. And this company is still in their promotional phase, guys. So these pumps are going to continue to happen, in my personal opinion. Currently, we are facing psychological resistance at the 50-cent level or so. You can see here it's been rejected several times. It may come back down. I'm hoping it does, so I could scoop it up. If it doesn't, then not the end of the world. But remember, do not FOMO in, okay? You don't want to be buying tops, because it's very, very highly likely that it's gonna dump on you, like here for example, and yes, over the long term it will most likely go back up, but the time it takes for you to break even or even get into profit, you could have, you know, there's an opportunity cost. You could have got into several other coins. So like for example here, 17th of November, if you bought this top, you'd have to wait at least 10 days or so, 11 days before you break even, and in that time you could have made God knows how many percentages or X's. Okay, so that's been the video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found value in it. I will be keeping you guys updated on Nexo. This coin is headed for, you know, this coin does have a bright future ahead of it, in my personal opinion. You can see here market cap 280, price around 50 cent or so, and yeah, it's a utility token. It's a competitor. It's the you know, nuclear on a blockchain, as I like to say. Well, I stole that actually, but who cares, man? There's plagiarism court that's gonna come chase me. But yeah, anyway, that's been the video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. How high will Nexo go in this bull run? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think.